And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter is about ready to get underway. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for San Antonio, Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. Parker out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Anderson in at the small forward position.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Here's Dragic. Boris Diaw picking up that last basket. Over in the corner, Chalmers. LeBron is doubled. It's tipped. The 9-foot shot. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got 6 points.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Now, here is Smith. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Parker kicks to Duncan. And Parker, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
And the second free throw, good.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
Now here's Bosch. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Detroit. And the shot is good. Bosch has got 7.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Parker dishes to Diaw. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together. They've won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France definitely in that upper echelon.
The Heat making a switch here. Nick Roberts is checked in. Splitter is checked in for Boris Diaw. In the corner, Smith with it. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Anderson outside. Duncan, the pass to Parker. Unloads from 13, and he gets it to go. Parker's got 7 points. Miami leading by 18. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. James right side from about 19 feet, and it's Miami with another.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, we can talk all we want about LeBron's incredible skill level, and that would be a day-long conversation. But he quite simply could be the most incredible physical athlete that I've ever seen, certainly playing basketball. And you could maybe take that to any sport. Strength, size, speed, endurance, quickness. He's got it all, and he brings the mentality that the great ones had.
Here's Chalmers, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Then you look at J.R. Smith. We get a chance to look at some of his stats. A breakdown since the All-Star break. He's averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Back to Parker. Pass to Smith. Smith right side. Inside. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, gentlemen, Tim Duncan's such a huge part of this Spurs team on and off the court. As Coach Pop put it, he's a consummate pro. He takes great pride in fulfilling his responsibility to his teammates. He feels it very strongly. He sets the tone for the whole team. He's done it from the beginning, and people fall in line. Kevin, what a luxury.
A great player and great leader. Thanks, Doris. Here's Duncan. The Heat knocking down the tray, and it's slammed in by Splitter. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
And the players on your screen now have been experts with the ball in their hands for the last 10 games, leading the small forward position in assists. LeBron James, number 1.
You know, you hear the term point forward thrown around quite a bit, and I think it really applies to him. He's an excellent passer from that position.
Yeah, the offense basically runs through him, maybe more so than any other small forward in the league. I mean, he's counted on as their setup guy, and he delivers the goods more times than not.
Here's James. After the basket by San Antonio, here's McRoberts. Parker with the steal. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. Otto Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Parker outside. Right wing. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Splitter, that's good.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. You know, force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. Duncan with a screen on Dragic. Parker dishes to Duncan. Over to the wing. Parker outside. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Dragic. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity, and the dunk by James.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
That's good. James has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Duncan with a screen on Dragic. Parker passes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Out to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. And Parker, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Parker's got 9.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And the basket by Chalmers.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Parker kicks to Ginobili. Parker dishes to Duncan. Parker outside. He feeds it to Ginobili. Fires from the line. Miami grabs the miss. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Yeah, they really have their number in that game. Big margin of victory for them. They got there by really including their bench. The depth became a major factor. They just wore them down. Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Parker passes to Duncan. Inside, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. All right, now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Miami. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And of course, Chicago, they're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
Well, I think for Miami, They've been just as tough as everybody expected coming into this season. I mean, one of the teams with a legit chance, in my mind, to win it all.
Man, with the playoffs rapidly approaching, Clark, I mean, this is what you work all season for. They've got to be excited and prepared for the challenge.
What Steve just talked about regarding how much they spread their scoring around was probably the most striking thing about that big win.
And the fact that they did have such a huge lead allowed them to even use their bench a little more than normal, and that was something that served them well.
Ginobili gets the bucket.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Outside Dragic. Bosch heads the pick for Dragic. He kicks the bucket. Soft touch off the glass. Bosch has got 4 points in the quarter.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist total. They have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 6. Duncan at the elbow. Ginobili attacking. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got 3 assists now in this one. 1:25 left to play in the first half. Outside Dragic. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Parker. Spurs shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Ginobili kicks to Splitter, and it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Bosch. Dang comes in for Josh McRoberts. Jones checked in for James. And it's Gerald Green in for Goran Dragic. There's a minute left here in the second. Now Chalmers, 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. And Jones has it in the corner. Outside, Green. And the 3 off target. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got his first 2 points.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Ginobili. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. They get Luol Deng. Manu Ginobili in the final year of his 2-year contract extension with the Spurs, Steve, and some speculate that he may retire after this season.
Yeah, fantastic career for Ginobili. You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just, go away together, and this has nothing to do with me coaching the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too, from my partner there.
Now, here's Joseph, guarded by Green. Joseph dishes to Leonard. Right side, Leonard. No good on that last second attempt there. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Heat delivering the blowout. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.